What's up, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of So What You Hear. I'm Jay.
I'm Craig.
Tiff.
And free agency is in full swing now. Like, there are teams out here that are not the same team already. Like, it's crazy.
Yep.
Obviously, there is a lot to go through. I think I have on my Twitter page, 40, 50 retweets of players that are moved around and stuff. We ain't going to go over everybody in this one. We're going for some of the places that I feel like kind of just like lost or gained some of the most stuff, and then we'll go over some of the rest of these guys and stuff as, you know, different weeks come up leading up to the draft and moving into the season. I will say Joey Bosa of the Bills, injuries are the only reason people aren't raving about it. He's been hurt a lot.
But he's good for their defense.
But if he's playing,
trenches,
that's going to be nasty.
And they need to work on their defense.
That was the problem with them not being able to put pressure on Mahomes.
Well, they worry so much about outscoring. Yeah, maybe if you can stop them from scoring, you won't have to score every drive.
It was the problem them not putting pressure on their defensive line, putting pressure on their O line.
And maybe
that was the biggest problem.
Yeah.
And then seeing how Philly did it might help. Like, so if you don't let him just do whatever he wants to do, you gotta
win in the trenches, baby.
Yeah,
win in the trenches,
which is a very good year for trenches. But well, one of the first big ones, and we'll go ahead and get to this because it had everybody all messed up going into the weekend. Myles Garrett swore that he was never going to play football again unless the Browns got rid of him. And then he signed the highest non-quarterback contract of all time.
Money can do that. He's
decided he doesn't want to be a champion. He just wants to make money.
I don't even know if you can. There's a difference between a contract and $123 million guaranteed. Well, how many non-quarterbacks?
He wants to be rich.
How many quarterbacks?
Want to be a champion.
There's a difference between rich and generationally wealthy. This is insane. This is like Super Bowl of the lotto.
So 123 is guaranteed.
123.5 is guaranteed.
It's guaranteed.
Yeah, yes.
He's making $40 million a year.
Yes, till 2030.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he wants.
That's
to be rich.
why they re-signed him. That's why he
signed the extension.
I'm guaranteeing that another part on it was you sit down to the conversation and they're like, "Yeah, that is your choice. Do not play or sign the biggest contract of all time," and you tend to
well, fine.
If you're going to twist my arm...
There's no trade clause, so...
Yeah, so...
If he wants to...
That in itself is weird, but...
Well, I guess it's because then he has to sit down at the table if they're going to try to get rid of him.
Well, that's true. You don't just give me like this and then get rid of me next year.
Yeah, he can decide where he
goes. I hope that's worth it. I mean, I know he... I'm seriously...
Y'all just got done wrong by Deshaun's contract,
I don't think Cleveland should be making these type of deals.
No,
and
they should have let him go on and rebuild.
And my biggest thing is give him what he wants. He's played out most of his contracts with Roy.
Seeing how Tampa's going, if you would have kept Baker and actually put a team around him, this might be a Super Bowl fight.
Yeah, you might not even have to pay him that much, and you still keep him.
Being garbage at people, y'all are gonna suck anyway, and at least he's gonna be really rich. You thought 123 was his contract?
No, it was 123.5 guaranteed.
Oh, that make it hard.
My man went home with the bank.
Oh my goodness! Last person had to make a decision that was Judas jail.
And I mean, there's moral clause to staying. Well, they're the team to draft me, loyalty type of thing.
Well, at least to be a Hall of Famer and a Cleveland Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's insane. That's insane.
Crazy.
But hey, get your money, Garrett. You deserved it, and you're still a Hall of Famer. So it's not like you're not going to be acknowledged as a great.
Yeah,
I get it, but
you just won't have that
championship.
We'll never say never. He could be at the end of it, and he just happens to be on a team, and they go on. We've seen it.
It's very true. It's very true.
I was here if it counts. I was a part of it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Make that money, honey.
Yep. And you know what? When one door opens, another window closes. San Fran, boom!
Y'all are done. Oh,
my goodness.
Oh, my God. Y'all lost everybody.
On purpose a little bit, so it's crazy, right?
Well, all that money,
they've been spending, because Brock Purdy was on a rookie contract, they've been giving everybody else max contracts.
Remember,
and now we're at the point where he's about to need a contract. And I'm sorry, any of y'all that don't think that Brock Purdy is a top tier quarterback, you're a moron.
Yeah, but I feel like they can finagle it a little bit. He's still his first contract. You can work some stuff out.
Did you see what Justin Herbert got? Jalen Hurts, Dak Prescott.
You even see what Donald got, too?
Right? I mean,
And has won what? Brock Purdy has 5 times the amount of playoff wins.
okay.
NFC championships, a Super Bowl appearance.
Okay.
And my biggest thing with that is also, you paid Ayuk, who got all that money. He got hurt.
Yeah.
He got hurt that season. Because they extended Debo again, but then he
got hurt.
Washington, yeah.
Yeah. And then who else? They paid Trent Williams all that money up front last year to make sure he come back. They paid Fred Warner.
They paid for Warner. They paid Greenlaw not that long ago. Now he's not even on the team anymore.
McCaffrey, right?
Oh yeah, McCaffrey got the extension and he got like the extra.
Yeah, and you don't even know if he's going to be able to play.
He should be.
Hargrave is in Minnesota.
What he got is weird though. They don't really know. Like,
well, he got hurt with the PCL. I'm hoping he rested.
What he got hurt with, it's odd. So it's like
now I have heard that basically the attitude is Salah's back, so they're pretty sure that they can get the defense back together pretty decently
because they got this.
And they had all these guys last year, and the defense was part of the problem. Like Purdy was making moves with nobody healthy on offense. And they were being outscored.
Yeah.
So the defense couldn't stop the run. They couldn't stop the big play. So maybe that's why it's like, I'm not keeping any of y'all. You couldn't do the job. Bye.
Like the window closed because they got back to the Super Bowl again, lost Kansas City. That was it.
Yeah. That's San Fran is in a rough spot right now. Well, a place that I'm not sure where to put them, but staying in that NFC East. Fucking Seattle has to move West. Jesus, yeah, the complete opposite of what I just said.
Not complete. It's the AFC.
I guess yes, West. The AFC West would be the complete. You're right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Women. Anyway, but Seattle is going crazy. Like, you cut Tyler Lockett.
Trade DK.
DK's like, I want to trade. I was like, I don't know if they're gonna do it. Boom, DK goes to Pittsburgh, which. Wow, Pittsburgh, you don't think you could have done that before you let like 9 quarterbacks since Roethlisberger wash out? Anyway.
They need a line.
They need a line. They need somebody other than George Pickens who can only catch the ball every once in a while, but that's another story.
They're about to get rid of him too. There's no way.
They're going to run both of them, but they're going to see how it is. But anyway, on that, we'll get to them in a little bit more. But DK goes to Pittsburgh, Lockett gets cut, and then they sent Geno to the Raiders. And I'm sitting here like...
Yeah, for that 3rd round pick.
So you guys are just going to be... tank for Arch? Is that what this is? Yeah. No, and then I'm hearing Arch might not be doing a one-and-done season.
They didn't tank for Arch.
Well, if they're tanking this year.
Look who they signed.
Then they signed Sam Darnold, which makes me like, okay, you're not trying to tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, DeMarcus Lawrence.
Oh, they did just get DeMarcus Lawrence.
Yeah.
And so, okay, you're not completely trying to tank. Because DeMarcus Lawrence with Leonard Williams and who they have on their defense, that could be actually good.
I think they're also letting McDonald...
I'll give you that.
Have the team he wants. He had all Pete Carroll leftovers.
Do you really think that Sam Darnold, like, he had one good year and an offense where it seems like every quarterback plays
But he might be more trainable. Like, Geno, I think this is a finished product with Geno.
Okay, I'll give you that.
I don't think you can add to it.
Which I will say for the Raiders, if you looked at a lot of games last year, their defense held them in games. Their quarterback just could not throw the ball. Yeah. They were in a lot of the same predicaments we were.
The Jets the year before.
Yeah, they were in the same. Us and the Raiders, the Giants and the Raiders were doing the same thing last year. Their defense would come out, play top notch until like the 4th quarter when they got too tired. The other team would put up 2 scores, and you'd be like, "Well, this is over."
Yeah.
So getting Geno, a guy who can at least throw you the deep ball every now and then,
middle of the pack guy who's good, but he'll move the ball, he'll score, he'll keep you in the game.
With that defense, I think that could be that. Honestly, that team could be a lot more dangerous than people think they are.
Yeah.
Which, seeing that Geno's gone and now Sam Darnold going over to Minnesota. Sam Darnold's going from Minnesota to Seattle.
Which I thought, remember I asked when they lost, do you think that's it?
Sam Darnold. I said that was it. I said it was like,
well, I think they offered him a small contract and then Seattle offered. He was like, yeah, I'm out. And they're like, all right. Now I'm hearing they're going J.J. McCarthy.
It makes sense.
Makes sense.
Now the Raiders have a quarterback.
Rookie deal.
Seattle has a quarterback.
Yeah.
The narrative has basically come down to Aaron Rodgers and Russ are the last 2. It's between the Giants and the Pittsburgh, and it's pretty much whoever takes Rodgers, the other one's going to take Russ.
I'm sorry. I don't want to touch Rodgers with a 10-foot pole.
I don't think Rodgers is the problem.
I don't know. I really don't know.
I don't think Rodgers is the problem. I think the Jets are terrible.
The Jets are terrible, but I don't know what's left in the tank.
I don't think there's anything he could do for the Jets.
Garbage line. I believe the defense started letting everything through.
I'm questioning what's left in the tank of him.
Yeah, but you're looking for a year. The quarterback a staff and say, I want you to play. The Jets are losing. Look, there's nothing.
Once again, but Rodgers should not be commanding big money.
I don't think he
I don't think he will.
You think he's commanding big money? I don't think he's commanding. He didn't command big money with the Jets.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no.
I mean, I don't think he is. I think he wants to play genuinely. Yeah. I think he's
and I think he seems adamant about liking the sitting there and developing the young guys. And Jordan Love seemed like he loved having him develop him.
Yeah.
So who knows on that?
Now I would keep Russ because Russ already know your
system.
He already
and now you give him a weapon because I'm sorry, y'all.
Russ got the ball where the ball needed to go.
George Pickens dropped.
You got to catch the ball.
Like so Russ didn't. I don't feel like Russ played bad in those losses. I feel like the one-dimensional. All we have is George Pickens on this offense. Fell through when it got. Big games.
I got to
and they need a line.
Arthur Smith isn't that great of a play caller.
Well, that's true, too.
And they need a line. Yeah. You got Russ running around.
That offensive line is terrible. Justin Fields and Russ were having to run a lot. Kenny Pickett was under pressure all the time.
Rothenberg was...
You know who finally got it right, though? The Jets. They got a quarterback who can run away from their bad line.
Yeah. I mean, Pittsburgh took that advice first. But
that only lasts for so long, though. You need a line. Like
he's doing much... I mean, Justin Fields is guaranteed.
He's going
to be so gun shy at the end of his career.
He doesn't go the right way. When Justin Fields gets paranoid,
he does this.
He runs in circles, so he never until he gets sacked. Like so, he's running. But you need to go that way. That's where the end zone is.
So we'll see.
And he got a little bit better with that, but now we're another team with no line. Like
so, I mean, like his whole career is going to be no line.
Jeez,
it's like you just want to see him get crushed.
And this is a good rookie. This is a good draft for linemen. So I don't think there's any reason for not getting a few big guys.
This is definitely one of those drafts that if you can't come out of this with at least an average line, you're just bad at it. You either need to get a new line coach. Because that's the other thing with us. Like, people like, man, we can't develop. Really? Because I saw our line play better than it has in probably 10 years last year.
You got to protect the quarterback.
And we got a new coach at line. Bobby Johnson went to Washington. What was one of Washington's issues? Their line sucks. Now, they've drafted they traded and pulled in a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
Which I feel like the problem is I don't think Bobby Johnson can work with young guys. I think he's better with guys that already know what they're doing. So they probably did I think they did what they should have done and gone and got vets. That's going to really, really help them. The Bears seem to be doing the same thing. You got
to get people who already know what they're doing. And are you a good coach?
Yeah.
The
Bears seem to do the same thing. They went out and got a bunch of linemen and a lot of very stout people, veteran
coach people. But I would think that if I could already have an idea of what I need to do, the whole development is what makes a good coach.
There's been so many moves.
I mean, Justin Reed is now next to what's his name in New Orleans, Tyrann Mathieu.
Yep.
That's a stout.
Let's not forget, man. You guys got Javon
Holland.
Yeah.
You got Paulson Adebo. Like you guys literally you have your line as long as Kayvon Thibodeaux shows up, and we know Sexy Dexy's gonna play.
Yeah.
And your linebacking was getting better. Now you really stirred up corners and safety. Your DBs, dude. Only thing you need is
and
that
then
QB.
We went and got
only thing you need is a QB.
Carlston Golden from them.
Yeah.
Who, if you look at his numbers, if it wasn't for DeMarcus Lawrence and Micah Parsons, would be almost a top tier pass. Well, not top tier, but
it doesn't mean he's
a better pass rusher.
Middle of the pack, you guys get you.
Having him be a guy that's going to be coming in for Brian and Kayvon, and he can play inside and outside, and our edge rushers are very. Like Burns and Kayvon, they can rush with power, but they're lean and they're quick.
Speed, yeah.
He's 6'6", 270 or something like that. This is a massive dude. This is a massive changeup. Yeah. If you're sitting there trying to chase Burns and Kayvon all game, in fourth quarter we put him in,
and he's rushing you,
and he's power rushing you. Yeah. Oh, he's gonna kill you.
Yeah.
And that I'm excited with what we've done. We brought Slayton back. Though. We need a QB, but I think Russ could do it. The only reason I would rather have Rodgers than Russ is because I don't feel like Russ's deep ball is as good as it used to be.
Okay.
And if you look at Slayton and even Hyatt, they can give you these small window downfield throws, and I don't know if Russ can hit them. And I'm pretty sure Aaron can still hit that.
Okay.
It's just whether we can keep a lineup enough to make sure that he can have a pocket. Which last year I saw a pocket.
And he's good at conditioning rookies. So if you do get your rookie quarterback and have him as a veteran, I think he'll get him ready for when it's time.
And with where we're going free agent wise, a lot of people they think we're going to end up trading with y'all and trying to go up to number 1 to get Cam Ward.
Okay.
What you think you get Cam Ward?
That's what I'm hearing.
Everybody saying Cam Ward over Shedeur for sure.
Yeah.
That's the
Cam Ward has more of a unrefined. If we can just polish this, Shedeur has like flaws that you need to unlearn. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, but he's a winner.
Well, that is true too.
He's gritty. I like gritty. I like.
But Cam keeps you in the game. Cam Ward last year showed us that he showed no matter what, if they were down, I'm gonna get us. I'm gonna get us.
I'm gonna do something.
I guess anyway, you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
And
I mean, y'all have been doing big things.
Are you being funny?
Kinda. I mean, to be fair, I think Javonte Williams is a better addition at running back than what people are giving credit.
I think they're going to get the rookie running back anyway.
I think they're going for a rookie too. But I think you're already better at running back than you were last year. Like, Javonte Williams is much better than anybody y'all had last year.
If you really think about it, you guys got Solomon Thomas and y'all.
Solomon Thomas is another.
You got Kenneth Murray from us and Titans. You got Elam. You also signed.
Elam replaces Jordan Lewis.
Goodwin. He's all right.
Decent.
And
y'all draft well.
Yeah, so
I think most of his stuff is going to be for the draft. I really think.
I kind of think that's what's going on too.
So for the most part,
I was going to say he like boy.
What? He likes what?
He likes conditioning young men.
No Diddy. Drake May's got some new people defending him. Morgan Moses, a bunch of linemen. Gonna go ahead and try to get him.
Mike Vrabel's trying to put some protection around him. Give him some more weapons to throw to. They got Mac Hollins, didn't they?
Yeah, which I mean, isn't a great receiver, but he's a guy that can run his route and catch the ball when you throw it to him.
Yep. Does his job.
Yeah, like
I respect it.
Sometimes people need like the big explosive player, and sometimes you get teams that end up having all these explosive players and nobody that can just like
you know who else people aren't going to talk about, but I'm really looking forward because he got cut today. Cooper Kupp.
Oh, that's right. They did let him go.
He got cut today.
Oh, that's right.
Because people are like, why are people going to trade for him? And they're like, because he took Devontae Adams and they know they're going to cut him.
Yeah.
I'm not going to trade you when I know you're going to cut him.
I know Matthew Stafford's like, well,
they got Dallas fans.
Devontae!
Dallas already said they're not in.
Well, you tell YouTube that because all these podcasts.
Well, because my biggest thing about Kupp is, as long as he's not your number one, and
you're straight.
Yeah. Because if you're not putting all attention on him, I feel like he's gonna obviously rehab, get himself together, and as long as he's not the one who has to go out and do it every time, he should stay healthy. Yeah, he should.
And Dak and Matthew Stafford have kind of similar play style a little bit. There's some similarities.
Dak loves having that slot guy
that can go deep, that he can hit over the top, hit with them deep slants.
He misses that Cole Beasley type.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be. I think Kupp, but Kupp can go anywhere. There's so many places. I can see him going to Baker in Tampa. Being a help.
Well, they just got Godwin back.
I thought, okay, did he resign?
Yeah, he resigned, so it's still him and Mike. Kansas City needs wide receiver help.
But look, Kupp could sign a league minimum.
Yeah,
he's got cut.
That is true.
He's not hurting for money.
No.
But Kansas City could need somebody.
That's what
I said. They just went there.
There's so many teams.
I mean, maybe Cincinnati trades T. Higgins off that tag and signs Kupp. That wouldn't be a bad move
Cincinnati
at all.
said they are working hard towards trying to really sign him to a long-term deal.
Okay.
Who, T. Higgins?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's been actively talked between the camp. Like, we know we shouldn't, but we're trying to really sign him to a long-term deal. So we'll see.
Yeah. Dude, I didn't see Hassan Reddick went to Tampa.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's a nice addition to their.
Well,
that gives them depth. Yeah.
Yeah.
That D line is crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's gonna be good. Just more tackles.
Carlton Davis, another one in New England. They really are starting. Vrabel is on his game.
He's where he is in
his bag.
Where he wants to be.
But
Kraft is going to give him the keys.
Whatever you need to do as long as we win.
Yeah. There's only one way but up at this point.
And you got Harold Landry back.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, you liked him when he coached him in Tennessee.
He's like, yeah, I saw.
Told you.
What y'all do?
Oh. We lost Nick Westbrook-Ikhine to the
Chargers?
To the Dolphins.
Dolphins, that's where he went, yeah.
We lost a good chunk of people. We signed a punter.
Punters are useful.
Punters are people.
Yeah, hang on, give me 1 second. I got something.
But when you're signing punters and like Washington,
we signed Van Jefferson.
That's a stout back or receiver.
Then we signed Dan Moore Jr. Okay, left tackle. I mean, not left tackle. He's a guard or something. But we signed him for 4 years for $82 million with $50 million guaranteed. Please, I have no idea why. It's a lot of money to spend on.
We need that to work out.
So that, like, once again, spending big money, I don't see it's going to work out for. I don't know. Like I said, we're going to draft trash. Because I just know what's going to happen. We're going to waste it.
I just don't understand restructuring CD and Dak if you weren't making free agent moves.
It's something he must...
Like, if you're planning on drafting, then why...
You don't think it might be for Parsons?
Hey, man, free agency still
You
young.
just lost to Marcus Lawrence. You should be able to pay Parsons.
I don't know. It's something he must...
We don't know what Dallas is doing. Only Jerry knows.
I don't know if he does.
It's got to be something he's seeing or he won't, and we just don't know yet.
Come on, guys.
I think it's like Trump. Sometimes you don't know until the product.
And see, you're hoping because you're a Dallas fan.
That's all I got.
I'm thinking we're getting more Biden. Come on, guys.
He's asleep.
What's going on? Jerry, you even awake over there? We should draft Lawrence Taylor. Like,
yeah. Like who?
Where's Steve Largent?
Like, I have no idea what's going to happen, but once again, we'll just see. But the free agency has once again led me to believe, like, I'm excited for the new faces and new places.
Yeah.
I mean, because even so,
it's. I don't feel like we're in that same dynamic of the same teams are going to be good. No, and the same teams are going to suck. There's so much. Philly lost so much, and people aren't acknowledging the last time they lost a coordinator. They looked like trash. Now, granted, it was their offensive and defensive.
Yeah.
But are you sure losing Kellen Moore isn't going to be a problem?
We'll see.
No, because I'm sorry.
That offense ran well enough. He got a head coaching job.
I don't have faith in Kellen Moore. I don't.
Well, I wouldn't with what he did with y'all either. But Dan Quinn went to an NFC championship, and Kellen Moore won a Super Bowl. And
sometimes you win in spite, not because.
And I think that's what was happening in Dallas with the games they did win. They were winning in spite of Dallas, not because of.
I'm sorry. There's no depth.
He ran the ball more than anything. That was his flaw.
That
was his flaw. Was he didn't run the ball enough? He spent most of the game. He spent most of the season running the ball.
Maybe we had a Saquon. People like back was hurt.
No, because blind-eyed Jerry let Derek and all the rest of them go.
He wasn't there then.
I'm gonna go get Ezekiel Elliott.
There then.
Me and Bill Walsh was talking the other day, and we think Zeke is perfect. Okay. Yeah, I know.
Anyway,
I said what I said.
You know what?
Sure, he wasn't talking to Tom.
Him and Carter was having a conversation.
Him and Tom Landry.
It might have been Tom Landry. No, he told me he was talking to him last week.
You know what, y'all? This is wrong, and I'm not a part of this conversation.
All I know is he'll say something stupid and make a fool of himself in the next couple of weeks.
When we win the Super Bowl,
selectively aggressive.
We win the Super Bowl this year. Remember this conversation.
She's already sick.
What's the date?
She's already sick.
We can keep the date.
So the broken leg is now worked its way up into her brain because there's no way.
I think there's an infection. I think there's an infection.
March 12th, 2025. Okay.
And by November 2025,
Dallas qualified for the playoffs.
Exactly.
This conversation, we were like
Dallas.
It's not even Christmas, and Dallas is removed for playoff conversation.
99. Okay, remember this. Okay, I got.
Well, on the bright side, Giants fans, you're not the worst team in the NFC.
I got you. Dallas Super Bowl. I done said it.
Yeah, now I think we have more of a chance.
Pray every day from now until then.
My only worry is that like Minnesota does something really crazy and stupid and takes one of them, and then Pittsburgh takes the other, and we end up with like Jameis fucking Winston.
No, if Rodgers go to Minnesota, I would be hilarious.
Which I'm like 4 touchdowns and 4 picks. I think we could still win. Not Daniel Jones for throwing 4 picks and no touchdowns. Like if you add the 4 touchdowns, we might be all right.
Eating W.
That's sad. 4 touchdowns and 4 interceptions is an improve. We improved. That's I don't know what that is. It's an improve. It's an improve. I don't know, but it's an improvement.
Yeah.
That's pathetic.
I told you he was terrible.
Oh, did you hear? That's what the Colts have. They said they're going.
They
signed Daniel Jones because they want competition at quarterback to see if Anthony Richardson can step it up. I'm like, yeah, you make them two different quarterbacks. Because I'm sorry, this isn't the way that's going to work. You're not going to be able to have Anthony Richardson see DJ's work ethic and go, oh I need to be more like that when he sucks on the field.
He's awful.
He's going to be like, why should I do what he's doing when I'm already better than him? Now, yes, that's not saying much. You're still trash, Richardson. You're garbage. You're not a good quarterback. That's why you tap out of games, and that's why you're hurt like every 3 series. You're not good. Your work ethic is trash, and your effort is trash. But Daniel Jones being trash isn't going to help fix that. You can't put a bum in that has good work ethic and think you're going to get the egotistical quarterback to go, I got to read. This is not an after-school special.
Saved by the Bell.
I played a pickup game with a janitor, and he taught me something. That's not where this is going. You're going to just have 2 crappy quarterbacks in 2 different versions. One who's a good guy but can't do it on the field, and one that's a specimen but just doesn't have the discipline. Oh, the Colts are crap. That's why that whole division is trash. Sorry. I keep forgetting that's y'all's division. I didn't do that on purpose. I'm sorry.
He's like abused child. He was like,
because at 424 he was like, thanks. I was like, why do you? Oh shit, my bad. Sorry guys.
It's okay.
But all right. Well, there's still more people and more teams, but there's still other things that are being worked out. 2 more days we'll be putting out another video, and you'll get more of that there. I think this is going to be a very there's a bunch more guys for the next couple of videos. So go ahead, comment any situation you think we should talk about. Trades you think need to happen, trades you already saw happen.
Yeah.
You can also give us this information on Instagram or X if you get on there and holler at us. Like this, subscribe, and we'll holler at y'all next time, all right? Peace.